I'm doing this video for my video diary, right? As I say yesterday, two different kind of solanaceous crops going here. Solanaceous crops, um, tomato, bygone, melangen, pepper, which is the bell pepper or the sweet pepper as we know it here in Trinidad, and well, half will be melangen, half will be tomato, and the melangen I set them out for myself. The tomato I'll be buying plants, and well, they belong to the same members, same family. Um, uh, same climate conditions they require. Um, Pest and disease. Well, you might end up getting according to how you prepare your land and that kind of stuff. You might be getting pests and disease, and it's all about how you control it. But when we reach that stage, I'll get more detail into that. Um, well, we the suitable site that I selected, well, it's like 5:30 in the evening here, so that's why I won't see any sunlight. But this is the east here where the sun come over, and the west is where it's set, and I get like 6 to 7 hours direct sunlight here. And the variety of melangen that I'll be planting is unknown because the seeds were given to me, so I decided to try my hand at setting them out and see, do I experiment and see what comes out, right? So when it comes to the melangen, the bygone, I'm not too sure of what disease it resistant to, what weather conditions that it come better in, it grows better in. I'm not too sure, but it's just an experiment. But the tomato, I know the tomato that I'm getting will be a rainy season variety to stand up against the bacterial wilt and a lot of water. Um, my land preparation, um, contouring my land, meaning that I'm on a hill, and every 5 feet, no, every 3 to 4 feet, um, I'm making a bed, meaning that I have a walkway on the bottom, measure 3 feet, 4 feet, and then have a next walkway on top, and that's how I'm doing the contouring of this land and not plowing the land because this piece of land have been fertile or not planted for like about 2 years now, so um the land is in great condition, and I don't have any cattle or cow to compress the soil, so I didn't really wanted to disturb any organisms and stuff that live in the soil by tilling the soil. So I'm gonna be planting just like that. Most I'm gonna be doing is making the contours for me to walk through the field, and that is what I will be attempting to start this afternoon. But I just wanna touch a little more on the irrigation of the tomato. Um the tomato and the bygone and the pepper is typically originated from in this kind of climate, so it does very well in this kind of climate. um the ideal temperature, right, for any of these solanaceous crops is 32 to 37 degrees during the day, no hotter, no colder. 26 to 30 degrees at night, no warmer, no colder, right? Any The tomatoes will not set fruit if the temperatures are too low, below any of these ranges. They would not set fruit. And If the soil is too dry, they would not set fruit either. And the most picky, or I should say the most sensitive plant, I should say, out of these three is the bygone, the melongen, because the melongen, once they are not in suitable conditions for setting fruit, they would not set fruit. They will just bear flower and they will just drop their flower. Unlike the tomato and the bell pepper or the sweet pepper, they will still try and produce fruit no matter how harsh the conditions are, right? Unless you're like below 37 during the day and below 30 at night, right? Well, I looking to start started make my contours in the land. um well, as you know, tomato needs stakes, bygone needs stakes, melangen needs stakes, and pepper, they need stakes. The only reason why in Trinidad we call it bygone, I don't know the reason why we call it bygone, but that is like the local name for melangen, bygone. And the reason why it's not like known is because nobody can really agree how to spell the bygone, so we go with melangen and eggplant. But all the locals in Trinidad and Tobago and maybe some other places in the Caribbean may know it as bygone. Right. Your plants that we will be planting out, we have to make sure when we get our plants, or as how I am producing my own melangen plants, I have to make sure that the plants are 3 to 5 weeks old and 15 to 20 centimeters tall before I plant them out. um I'm not using any mulch around the plants because I'm not in any kind of dry weather where moisture, I need to save moisture. So mulch wouldn't be that necessary, but different types of mulch that you can use is either sawdust, bagasse, wood chipping, newspaper, right? You could use all these things to keep around the plants cool in hot hot in a dry season or in a hot climate, right? um we dig the hole when we planting. We dig the hole. Oh my god, we dig the hole. My battery running low. We dig the hole, right? We bury the fertilizer and we replace we put a little dirt on the fertilizer, and then we put the transplant in the hole and we bury it, right? um so that's about it. And as soon as start up plant and stuff, so the next update that I'll be updating my video diary will be like, it may take me about maybe a day or 2 days to start to dig out the contours in the land, right? As you can see, right on top there have like weeds. Is because it has some peppers in there, but I use a herbicide and destroy all the weeds, right? And all the seeds and stuff too on the ground here as well. So my next step is just to contour the land, and I'll be making a next video As soon as I finish contour the land, I'll make a next video, and we will start planting our melangen. Right? All right. Okay.